Hello friends, I am Mr. G. Pujari, working as Assistant Professor in Sharon Stop Technology, College of Engineering. Welcome back to our lectures in machine drawing. I have started the chapter unit number 2, study of machine element. In this chapter, we have seen already in last lecture about the introduction, and we have started the study of simple machine elements. So in this we have seen the screwed fastener, then we have seen the shaft coupling, then we have seen pipe joints, then already we have seen the riveted joint. Now today lecture we are going to see about the welded joint. Okay, so today we are going to see about the welded joints. So what is the use of welding, what is the types of welding, that we are going to see today. Welding is a very commonly used permanent joining process. So as we have discussed earlier also, there are two types of main joining processes are. One is a permanent joining process and other is a non-permanent joining process. So non-permanent joining process can be easily, you can dismantle, and in joining process, those are permanent joining process that will remain permanent. So here whatever we are going to see today, the welding joints or the welded joints, these are the permanent kind of joining process. So now to general we can say that a welding joint is a point or edge where two or more pieces of metal are joined together. They are formed by welding two or more workpieces according to particular geometry. There are 5 types of joint referred to by the American Welding Society: butt, corner, edge, lap and tree. This configuration may have various configuration at the joint where actual welding can occur. So we are doing the welding, whatever the metals you want to join that required to be kept together, and then we are applying any kind of that method. It can be a butt, it may be a corner, edge, lap, as per the requirement of job. Now a welded joint has the following advantages. Okay, so why we are preferring the welding joint? Because of the following reason. So first reason is compared to other type of joints, the welded joints has higher efficiency, and efficiency is greater than 95% is easily possible here. Okay, so greater than 95% is easily possible efficiency in welded joint. That's we are preferring. Since the added material is minimum, the joint has lighter weight. So as compared to other joining processes, these are the very lighter weight. Welded joints have smooth appearance. Then it is less expensive. Forming a joint in difficult location is possible through welding. Okay, so any kind of location where there's may be process, or it may be difficult, somewhere the location at above level, or maybe anywhere in industry, the welding can be possible. Now we are going to see the basic types of welded processes. How many types of welding processes are available in industry? So first one, we are going to see the liquid state fusion welding, where heat is added to the base metal until they melt. So liquid state or fusion welding, where we are adding the heat to the metal and then it can be get melted. Okay, so here also we are fusion material also, filler material also we are using to fill the gap between the two parts. So in this liquid state fusion, again it can be divided. Again one more thing, one is first one is the electrical heating. Okay, in electrical heating, that again it can be classified as arc welding, resistance welding, induction welding. Okay, then second one is the chemical welding. In liquid state welding, the second type is a chemical welding. In chemical welding, by the use of gas, it can can be called as gas welding or thermite welding. Another type is a thermite welding, and the third one is the laser welding, and then the fourth one is the electron beam welding by using some electron or laser. Third one is the laser welding. By using laser rays we can do the welding process, and fourth one is the electron beam welding, so that we are using electrons. By using this electron we can do the welding process. Then first one is the fusion, and the another second one of welding process is the solid state welding. So here mechanical force is applied until material deformed to plastic state. Okay, so here we are using the mechanical force on the plates which we are going to attach, so that until they can be get plastic deformation takes place into two plates, and then they can be get attached. So first one is a cold welding, then second one is the diffusion welding, and third one is the hot forging welding. So here in solid state welding, again there are three categories. Now the types of welded joints. So here, as per our syllabus point of view, there are important thing is the welded joints. How many types of welded joints are there? So now we are going to see the welded joints are primarily of two kinds. One is a lap or fillet joint. So these lap and fillet joints are obtained by overlapping the plates and welding their edges. The fillet joints may be single transverse fillet, double transverse fillet, or parallel fillet joints. So now henceforth we are going to see what these are: the single transverse fillet, double transverse fillet, and parallel fillet joints. So basically lap or fillet joint means whatever the 2 or 3 number of plates you want to join, that 2 number of plates we can take together and they are overlapping each other, and then whatever in between that plates, whatever the gap is available, in between that gap or whatever the corners which you want to join, in between this we are going to fill the material. Okay, so this is called the lap or fillet joint. So here first we are going to see a single transverse lap joint. So single transverse lap joint, here you will see this is a first plate and this is a second plate. On first plate we have kept this second plate, and in between this we have done the welding. So this is called a lap or fillet welding. When you see this side view, this is a top view. When you see the side view, you will look like this. Okay, so because of this single transverse lap joint, these two plates are joined here, and this is a permanent joint. Then next we are going to see double transverse lap joint. So earlier in single transverse lap joint, only at one place we have done the joint process. Now in a double transverse lap joint we have done this welding process at two places. At this is one place and another at this place. Okay, here. So see here at above level, this is we have added here one material, and another at below level, these two plates we have done again this welding process. So because of at two levels we have done this welding, that's why we are calling it is a double transverse lap joint. Now the parallel lap joint, the next one, the process we are doing a parallel lap joint. Parallel lap joint means parallelly we have done this welding. This is a two plates, this is a first plate and this is a another plate, and we have done this fusion welding at one side and another side, or this is at parallel level we have done another welding process. So these are two, whatever the welding we have done, these are parallel with each other, that's why it is called a parallel lap joint. Now this is an industrial application, so where these two plates are joined by lapping, or we can say fusion process. Okay, these plates are joined. Another example I have shown here, industrial example, these two pipes are joined by this lapping process. Okay, so this is a fusion or lap process. By using this, we have joined these two plates, we have joined these two pipes. This is one pipe and this is another pipe. Now next one we are going to see, another one is a butt joint. So here what is meant by butt joint? It is formed by placing the plates edges to edge and welding them. Grooves are sometimes cut for thick plate on the edges before welding. According to the shape of the grooves, the butt joints may be of different types. So here means what? Butt joints, what we are going to do? So we are cutting the grooves for the thick plates. Means whatever the two plates we are going to join, that two joints we are going to cut first of all by particular shape, and then again we are going to join the two plates. Okay, so if there is a having V shape in between two plates, that is called a V butt. If there is a having U shape between the two plates, whatever we are going to join, that is called the U butt. If there is a having a J shape, then called a J butt. So as per this type of shapes, this can be classified as square butt joint. Means there is in between this having a square shape, it's called as a square butt joint. Then single V butt joint, then double V butt joint, again the single U butt joint, double U butt joint, single J butt joint, double J butt joint, single bevel butt joint, and double bevel butt joint. So these are the types of butt joints. Now we are going to see the various types of joints we have shown here. This is a square butt joint, okay, and this is a weld metal. So any kind of weld metals we are going to use for the joining two parts. It can be a nickel also, it can be filler metal, can be any one. As per the requirement, we are using the filler metal. So nickel also we are sometimes using as a filler metal. So here you will observe that square butt joint, it means that these are the two metals, or we can say two plates we are placed, and in between this we have joined with square butt joint. Okay, so this is a square shape. We have joined these two plates with this square shape. That's why we can call it is a square butt joint. The next one, the second one is a single V butt joint. So single V butt, why? Before joining these two plates, we cut first of all here and here with angle, so that whenever we are taking together this plate, we will see the V shape in between this. Okay, and in between this we are going to fill this filler material, and this called as a V butt joint. So next one is a double V butt joint. Double V butt joint means here we have given this shape, like, so that whenever you are going to take together these two plates, you will see that there is a having such kind of shape like this, double V. Okay, here whenever you place these two plates, that will see like this, there is having a two V. Okay, this is a one V and this is another V. That's why when we are going to fill the filler material in between these two plates, it looks like two V's. Okay, so that's why we are calling it is a double V butt joint. Okay, double V butt joint. The next one is there are other types of welded joints are also available, we are doing in industry. So first one is a corner joint. So in corner joint means we are placing two plates perpendicular to each other. Okay, so one and this is perpendicular to each other, and then we are doing this at corner, we are going to do a welding, and this is called a corner joint. Edge joint means at two plates we are placing parallelly, and at the edges we are going to join by this welding method. So this is called edge joint. And T joint means we are placing another plate on first plate perpendicular, and at two corners we are going to do welding, and it looks like a T. Okay, this shape is looks like T. That's why we can call this is a T joint. Okay, this is a application of butt joint. Okay, we have joined these two pipes by applying the butt joint. Okay, now the one more thing here we have shown these symbols. While in industry, when we are drawing, you want to get it done some welding work from the worker. Okay, so every time we are not going towards the shop floor and tell the worker you want to get it done such type of joint, whether you want to get it done some fillet joint, whether you want to get it done square butt joint, whether you want to get it done single V butt joint or double V butt joint. How you will tell the worker? Every time the engineer is not going to tell the worker. So instead of this, we are going to form, or industry has defined some symbols for every type of joint. Okay, so every type of joint is having there's some symbols is defined already. So while we are preparing the drawing for welding, that time we are going to keep these symbols on a drawing. So once anyone who is going to do a welding process, he will first of all check what type of welding is required to do. Okay, so what kind of welding is going to do, according to these symbols he will observe that what type of welding is required to do. So just I will read this one. So first of all, if fillet joint you want to do, then we are going to keep this symbol on your drawing. When you want to get it done square butt joint, we are going to keep this symbol. Okay, when we are going to get it done single V butt joint, that time we are going to keep this symbol. When we are going to get it done double V butt joint, okay, so as per we have seen this double V butt joint, that time we require to keep this symbol at that drawing. Okay, particularly that drawing at which place you want to get it done this one, at that place we require to place this symbol. Then next one is a single U butt joint. If you want to get it done the single U butt joint, we are going to keep this symbol. Again the single bevel butt joint, if you want to get it done, then we are going to keep this symbol. So these are the symbols, those are the standard symbols. If you keep this any one of these symbols on your drawing, the worker will understand that what kind of welding you want. Okay, and particular that welding he will do. So this is the only way to communicate, because drawing is the communication channel in industry. That's why the symbols will do a very good role in industry. Now the last but very much important thing is the application where we are using these weldings. Okay, so industry, there are a lot of things and lot of type of work is happening in industry. So in which area we are using this welding, so some kind of application just I have noted here. Apart from this also there are so many kind of applications are available in industry. Okay, so few application I have noted here. So first one is a pressure vessel. In pressure vessel we can do a welding. Then steel structure. In steel structure also we are going to do a welding. Then flanges welded to shaft and axle. Here also we are going to do welding. Then crankshaft we are going to do welding. Then heavy hydraulic turbine shafts. Here also we are doing welding. Then large gears, pulleys, flywheels also we are doing welding. Then gear housing. Then machine frames and bases. Here also we are doing the welding process. And then housing and mill stands. here also we are doing the weldings. Okay, so these are the few application I have noted here. Apart from this, also in automobile industry also there are having so many kind of applications where welding is using. So I am very thankful to everyone for listening these lectures. Just I am brief whatever we have learned today. Today we have learned about the welding joints. So welding joint is a permanent joint, and the types of joint is a fusion joint, or one is a fusion joint and second one is a butt joint. So these two joints we have learned today. Also we have learned about the application where we are using these joints, and also we have learned about the symbols, what kind of symbols for welding we are using in industry, so that anyone can understand in industry what type of welding as engineer is expected. So you are keeping these symbols on drawing, because whatever the symbols you are drawing on, that will be help you to communicate with others what kind of welding you are expecting. So I am very thankful to everyone for listening this lecture carefully. So in next lecture we are going to see bearings. So I hope you again visit my channel to watch the lectures. Thank you very much.